What's up, you guys? It's Rob here. Today we'll be going over ticker symbol AMC. We'll cover it on the daily, weekly, and monthly time frame, and we'll also cover the short interest for AMC for tomorrow, May 10th, 2021. Overall, for AMC, it did finish up about 6% for the day. Very, very positive day for AMC. Very positive day in general for most tech and growth stocks because we did get a worse jobs report than what we were expecting. So that definitely did help tech and growth out a lot and shows that we aren't so far through our recovery and things really maybe aren't overvalued. But if you guys can do me a huge favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, make sure that you ring that bell. Also, here's a cute cat photo for you guys to remind you to hit that like button, subscribe button, ring that bell. So without further ado, let's hop into the charts. Sorry, I had to do it. The internet loves cats, supposedly. So let's see. Let me know if y'all love cats or dogs down below in the comment section. But overall, the day for AMC, we opened above 925, which was a very good thing to do. On Thursday, we did have our earnings report, which definitely was bullish. Overall, definitely very bullish. Yes, we know, addressing the elephant in the room, AMC did miss their earnings. Yes, they did. However, they do have $1 billion in just cash moolah sitting on the side, just waiting for them to use if they have to use it. They also did say that that they have enough cash to run the company until the end of 2022. So there's no chance of bankruptcy for AMC until 2022, which is awesome because that was one of the things that the hedge funds were going after was, well, they're in the middle of a pandemic. They're going to go bankrupt. No one's going to watch a movie in the middle of a pandemic. Well, guess what? They have enough money sitting on the side to run the company till end of 2022 with no future earnings or revenue or anything. They could run till 2022 now, which is a big deal. Also, we did find out that they have sold about half of the share dilution that they were talking about, which was the 43 million share dilution that was authorized all the way back in 2013. So the fact that in the past 6 days of trading, we have managed to sell half of those shares is a very large thing for the stock. We also did find out that AMC has over 3.2 million shareholders, which is huge, and we own roughly about 80% of the float. That's a large deal. So I'll do a later breakdown video. I'll probably do it tomorrow about if we do own 80% of float, how much shares do we actually own? How many shares do institutions own? How many shares do insiders own? And all that kind of stuff, because that's some definitely very important math to understanding where we are. But anyways, getting back into this, taking a look at the chart, we did open at 932, which was good. We opened above 925. On Thursday, we closed the day below 925. In the after hours, we did have a nice rally up above 925, and then we sold off and then got rejected off of it several times in the after hours. However, in the pre-market, we have a nice pop, nice green candle as I love. And then we were above it for a while, and then we broke down below it, and then running into the open, we broke back above it, which was awesome to see. Now, keep in mind, after hours and pre-market volume, take it with a grain of salt. But the huge thing is we opened at 932. We immediately sold off, broke through 925, and then broke back through it like a knife through butter, like a warm knife through butter. So we had the nice rally up. We tested our intraday high of 979. We did not close a candle above 975, which means we were rejected by that level of resistance. So what I'm going to be looking for on Monday is, well, first off, where do we open? Do we open above 925? If we open above 925, great. Right now we're sitting at 949 in the after hours. I'm recording this video on Sunday, so keep that in mind. But when we open tomorrow, where do we open? Are we going to open down? Are we going to open up? If we open up, how far are we going to be opening up? Are we going to be opening up above 975? And then the thing I'm going to be looking at is how are we doing in the pre-market at 975? And then where do we open at during the intraday trading? Because where we open at is going to be a huge indicator of this level of resistance. If we have a lot of bullish sentiment behind us, I could absolutely see us opening the actual day of trading above 975. The huge thing that I'll look for is a test of this support here at 975, support or resistance. Can we break through it the first time? Sure, if we can break through it the first time, then I'm gonna be looking for us to gain support of it. Because keep in mind, this 975 level of resistance is the next strongest level of resistance next to $10. So these two levels of just getting through, 975 being more of a technical level, but $10 being that psychological and technical level of resistance right now that we have to go through. That's what I'm be looking for AMC on Monday is how do we open? If we open very bullishly, can we test 975? Can we gain 975 as support and then just test it throughout the day and never break through it? That would definitely be a very good start for AMC on Monday. Taking a look here at the 1 hour, 1 month chart, the thing I really want to highlight here is the RSI is sitting at 54. 54. So we're just hitting a hair above neutral, which is a big, big deal. We had a 6% positive day and our RSI is pretty much sitting at neutral. Awesome. We're not overbought. Like, that is huge. I'm very, very, very happy about that. That means we still have more room to run before we're considered overbought, which is awesome for the stock. We do have a bullish confirmation here on the MACD, and then we did cross the 15-day moving average above the 60-day moving average. Now, keep in mind, technicals really don't mean a lot to this, but it definitely is a bullish confirmation for the stock. We do have a trend reversal. We did not see anything below or near $9 on Friday, which is awesome. So I drew this nice trend line in here. And what I'm going to be looking for is us to continue to respect this trend line. Now, we may not respect it to this level of degree all up. We may need to drop it down a little bit and have a slower climb up. That's perfectly fine with me. But as long as we can respect the trend line moving in upward direction, that is what we want to see within the stock. The overall, though, the 200-day moving average is sitting at 982. The 60-day moving average is sitting at 934, and our 15-day moving average is sitting at 942. So what we need to do is we should be opening above 942 on Monday. That's what I'm really going to be looking for. We hop out here to the day time frame and really take a look at it. This is what you can exactly see. You can see we had this trend reversal. So we have, once again, a green candle here. We sold off. Now we found our base. So we found our base here at, let's say it was around 916. Now we should make the next move up. And that's what I'm going to be looking for. And when we make these large moves up over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be looking at 1131 and 1222. And if we can get above 1222, I want to see us close a nice candle above 1222 to signify that we're making a higher high and we're not going to be making lower lows on the day time frame. That's a huge thing that we need to do in order for this stock to remain bullish. We do still have a bearish confirmation here on the MACD, so keep that in mind. If we want to continue this bullish trend, we're going to need to have several green days to reverse this MACD. Our RSI is actually sitting at 47.21, which is below neutral, which shows the stock has a lot of room to run to the upside before it's technically considered overbought, which is great news for us. Now, to go ahead and take a look here at the options chain, what I really want to do, I'm on my verticals. What I really want to do is I want to take a look at the options chain and just understand our open interest for this week. Where is the most open interest? Because this is probably where we're going to see a lot of fighting over the price for this week. So immediately when I take a look at this, I want to take a look at both calls and puts so we can understand both short positions and long positions. So immediately we have 25,000 open interest contracts sitting at $11. That is a lot. So if we could make it to $11, we would essentially double our open interest on AMC. Right now we have the 7,791, 4,464. So we don't have a lot of open interest right now, and we would literally double our open interest if we got to $11. That would be huge for the stock. That would definitely help for a squeeze because you would be putting more shares in the money. Now, if we take a look at the other side of this, sitting here at $10, we have 6,273 puts. So it's a pretty substantial amount of puts. But if we zoom out here more out of the money, there's not a lot of puts outstanding here. We have 809, 602, 639. So definitely taking a look at this chart, calls definitely are outweighing puts this week. So we definitely Right now, the options chain definitely looks very bullish versus bearish, which is a great news for the stock for the week. But if we want to hop over here and cover our short interest on Ortex, keep in mind Ortex does not account for any naked shorting. It does not account for any short ETFs or any of those kinds of things. So keep that in mind. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on our estimated short interest or free float, which is this yellow line, and then our shares on loan, just to get the full picture here. Now, the thing to take a look at is our short interest did increase. So we had a 6% positive day, and our short interest increased 2.05%. Definitely a very significant move for AMC on the day. Our short interest or free float is sitting at 23.88%, and our current short interest is estimated to be around 99.72 million shares, which is rather large and is yet again another record high for AMC, because our last report on the exchange as of April 15th was 93.89 million. Our days to cover still continuing to go up. This curve has gone from pretty much a linear curve to almost an exponential curve, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Our cost to borrow is sitting at 12.77, and our utilization is at 100%. So that's definitely huge. Other thing to take a look at is the borrowed shares. 3.64 million shares were borrowed on Friday. Only 552,100 of them were returned, which leaves an outstanding balance of 3.09 million. Our shares on loan, we saw a decrease down to, it was like 145 million-ish. So the fact that our shares on loan is back up says that someone wants to took out a short position on AMC and hasn't put in the shares yet necessarily. So keep that in mind. We still have roughly about a 50 million share difference between our shares on loan and our current short interest. So there is still a very large outstanding short position within AMC. Now, can we squeeze? Because people ask me every single time, can we still squeeze? Yes, we absolutely still can squeeze, because our short interest or free float is actually significantly higher than what it was the first time. Our days to cover is actually sitting around the same, which is kind of funny. And our shares on loan is significantly higher. So keep that in mind. Like, this absolutely still can squeeze. The huge thing we need to take a look at here is we need our volume to step up. If we can get our volume to step up and we can start putting a lot of out of the money options. So if we hop out here to our options chain, let's take a look at all the options. Come on. Give it to me. Okay. Apparently Webull does not want to. But if we can get, let's say, like our 3,000 or 14,000 open interest contracts here at the $20 strike in the money, that would definitely prove to help us a lot with a squeeze, because what it's going to have to cause the hedge funds to do is start delta hedging for these out of the money contracts. Now, any in the money contract or anything near the money, so within, I would say, like $2 or $3 within the money, a hedge fund is going to already have delta hedged, because they're just going to protect themselves and have that risk mitigation there. Now, these $20 contracts are going to, hedge funds going to be like, I don't see the stock doubling. But if the stock does double, then what that's going to cause is more contracts to become in the money, and then for more shares to become in the more money, which is going to cause a delta hedge, which will cause a snowballing effect, which could definitely lead into a squeeze. But we still need volume to step in. Our volume, if I take a look at it here in Webull, is absolutely just, I'll say it, it's pretty much exhausted. We're sitting at 38 million shares roughly on Friday, and we were sitting at 38 million shares on Thursday. So our volume is definitely nowhere near our average 3-month volume, which is sitting around 89 million shares. Keep in mind that average 3-month volume does account for our last run up here and testing $14. So really, what I'm looking for with AMC on Monday is going to be testing $9.75 and testing $10 to the downside. I highly doubt we're going to have a downside, but I would be looking at $9.25. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, drop a comment down below. See you guys in the next one. Peace.